Hello and welcome to my review of the Word Bearers Legion Praetor for Horus Heresy from Forge World. This model will set you back £22. It's a highly detailed resin kit. It makes one Word Bearers Legion Praetor and consists of 14 parts and a 32mm base. Thank you for your patience, for waiting for me to review this model. It's something that I've wanted to do for quite some time. I do have the other Legion Praetor nearby. I think I did build both of them in a Warhammer live stream. I do live stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays, sometimes even Sundays, from 7 till 10. You're more than welcome to join us all for those live streams. I just thought I'd mention them because there's still quite a few people that aren't aware that I do live stream building and painting on the channel. If you like all of this content and you want to support the channel further, please do consider using my Element Games affiliate link down below. You can save yourself 20% off your Warhammer goodness and use the crystal code, and then you bag yourself double the crystals, which you can use for future purchases. Okay, let's get right into this model then. Wow, it is amazing. It's kind of like one of my most recent favouriteest Horus Heresy Space Marine models that Forge World / GW have released in a long time. It's given me so much more faith for the Horus Heresy range and for resin miniatures. I much prefer it to the Terminator Praetor. It was a joy to build. The plasma pistol cabling is optional. You've got an additional head option as well. We'll have a look at that in a moment. We'll look at the two spare parts that you get. I think the sword is brilliant. It's very long. It's probably taller than him, so he's pulling a bellicle there. If we zoom in, let's look at the detail, guys. I mean, look at this. You've got inscriptions and things. You've got little word bearer icons. You've got a book there. You've got more like chains and incense, and you know, let's not forget the elephant in the room there, that amazing bone hawk. You know, the helmet is fantastic. The plasma pistol does its job, and it's even got some inscriptions on the gun, and the same on the van braces and the greaves. He's got a grenade. He's got a few grenades actually, and a pouch, another like vial. It's got a power plant which has a little bit of Word Bearers iconography, which is great. You've got the number of the Legion, which is, I think that is 17, I want to say. And then you've got some more detail there. Loads of 3D detailing, if you understand where I'm coming from, which you just wouldn't be able to achieve that in plastic. So yeah, well worth the money considering that Uriel Ventris only has one head option. Yes, Uriel does have a bit more of a scenic base, but it's just a coin of some tiles. But still, Uriel is £1 more, and we're now getting at the stage where Space Marines from Forge World are cheaper. So what does that do? Does that raise your value of your plastic miniatures and devalue your Forge World ones? I'm not sure. That's a debate for another time. But either way, very impressed with this model. We'll be going through both 40k rules and Horus Heresy rules for him. We will go through the Horus Heresy rules first, of course, because that's pretty much where he's set, but you can have him as you can just proxy him as a Chaos Lord if you wish. You know, he's got the plasma pistol, got a power sword, sorted. Right, let's have a look at these two spare parts. So this is the alternate head. Again, not a bad looking head. It looks like he's got skin kind of sewn together though. Like stitched together, and he's shouting, and he's got a bit of a beard going on, and he's got some optics. Again, absolutely fine. You could get another one of these. I'm not sure why you'd have more than one Praetor, but you know, because Praetors take hold of entire legions, but still, you've got that option there for him. And then this is the cable that would normally attach to the plasma pistol and the armor, like just in there, but I think it looks absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. I think it's like it's got a water pistol and there's hoses connected to it. Much rather have it off, and it looks better for it. But anyway, there you go. That's the spare parts. We'll go on to some size comparisons and then onto the rules. So first thing I'd like to do is just compare him to the Terminator Praetor right here, who I did have a few issues with, all kinds of issues with, specifically this back area and the strap. The mace, I lost the mace, but I refound that. The flames are on there. I'm not a huge fan, but there we go. This scroll was a bit of a pain. Just if you're on the fence, I know Terminator armor is cool and all, but I would just go for this one. This one's so much, well, straightforward to put together, and I think he looks cooler. Anyway, as much as I like the skeleton type helmet, but that's where he stands up next to the one in Terminator armor. He's in the normal powered armor. He's a bit smaller, as you can see. He's on the smaller base and a little bit shorter, but the Mohawk does give him a bit more height compared to a Gal Vorbak. I know, right? You're in for a treat. Gal Vorbak unboxing and review this week as well. I never thought I'd say that. But Gal Vorbak is the same size base as the Terminator and is just overall bigger. If we look at the Praetor next to him, yeah, much more of a presence, hasn't he? But again, lots of bone on the Gal Vorbak. So if you've got the Praetors near the Gal Vorbak, that's what they're going to look like. So I like to compare them now with my usual three models. So I've got Space Marine here on the left, and then the Praetor. They're pretty much the same height, guys. You know, and this is like one of the most newest Space Marines that GW made in plastic. So I like the fact that they're staying true to the size. Yes, the legs do look a bit thin, you know, the thighs especially, of course. And they sorted the legs out on the Primaris. They're a bit more in proportion, but that's where the Praetor stands up next to the normal Space Marine, just a little bit taller. Next to Slimarbo, who is in resin, but this is fine cast, nothing, nowhere near, not in the same league as the Forge World resin. That's where he stands there, in like a foot or so shorter, which you'd expect. Okay, so now it's time for his rules, and as I mentioned before, I'll go through the Horus Heresy rules first, and then we'll discuss options for using him in a 40k army. So if you weren't already aware, Legion Praetors are the mightiest warriors and battle leaders of the Space Marine Legions, second only to the godlike Primarchs in martial skill and generalship. Okay, so these lords of the Imperium hold the power of life and death over whole worlds. So, yeah, think of chapter masters, but then some, like in charge of a whole legion of Space Marines. They have chapter masters, lord commanders, first captains, khans, tribunes, and so on, you know, under them. One of these Legion Praetors will set you back 100 points. Their stat line reads, bearing in mind this is still 7th edition rules, weapon skill is 6, ballistic skill 5, strength 4, toughness 4, 3 wounds, 5 initiative, 4 attacks, leadership 10, and a save of 2+. Very strong stat line. The war gear for the Praetor is a bolt pistol, chainsword or combat blade, frag and crack grenades, and artificer armour. A Praetor may take one of the following: bolter, combi weapon, Volkite charger. A Legion Praetor may exchange either their bolt pistol and or chainsword combat blade for one of the following. You've got a Volkite Serpenta, plasma pistol, Archaeotech pistol, heavy chainsword, Charnabal saber, power weapon, power fist, single lightning claw, Thunderhammer, Paragon blade. May exchange both their bolt pistol and chainsword combat blade for a pair of lightning claws. They may take melter bombs, digital lasers, upgrade a single weapon to become master crafted, and they may take one of the following: combat shield, refractor shield, boarding shield, or iron halo. You can also give them either a jump pack, a Space Marine bike with twin link bolters, or a Legion scimitar jetpack with a heavy bolter, or a scimitar or a Legion scimitar jet bike with a heavy bolter. So plenty of options there for a Praetor. Nothing's really left out. There are a few options that are specific for the Terminators only, which I will go through in his review. They've got a couple of rules here. Master of the Legion. The Master of the Legion special rule is possessed by Primarchs, Legion Praetors, and certain Space Marine special characters, has the following provisions. Rights of War. The presence of a model with the Master of the Legion special rule unlocks the use of Rights of War for your army. A particular detachment in your army may only ever use one Right of War generated by the presence of the Master of the Legion that is part of that detachment. Limitation. Individuals so skilled in the arts of war are rare, even among the Legion's Astartes. A Space Marine Legion army may only include a single model with this rule as part of their HQ choice per 1,000 points in the force. Retinue Command Squads. A model with this special rule may also include a Legion Command Squad as a retinue as part of the same choice as a Master of Legion on the force organisation chart. Warlords with the Master of the Legion. If the model is the army's warlord and has the Master of the Legion special rule, they may roll twice on their chosen warlord traits chart. So, Rights of War. You've got a number of these, which I won't go through. I suggest you pick up the Age of Darkness book. You've got everything from Orbital Assaults to Angel's Wrath, Pride of the Legion, Armoured Spearhead, Brethren of Iron, Armoured Breakthrough, Primarch's Chosen, Fury of the Ancients, Outcast Sons, Orphans of Betrayal, Skyhunter Phalanx, Drop Assault Vanguard, Legion Recon Company, Warzone Mortalis Assault Force, Sacrificial Offering, and then you've got Legion specific Rights of War. So you've got everything from the Death Guard to the Sons of Horus. The Word Bearers unique Right of War is called Last of the Serrated Sun, and includes Gal Vorbak maybe taken as troops in a primary detachment. You could put them in drop pods. Drop Elite. If you've got a Rhino as a dedicated transport, you can take a drop pod instead. And also any enemy units within 12 inches of the landing point of a deep striking drop pod or Anvilist pattern Dreadclaw must take a pinning test. The limitations though, all infantry units in the army must deploy via deep strike and drop pod. The army may not include any immobile units, and they may not include a fortification detachment or an allied detachment, so there are some limitations. Okay, so that's what you're getting for your 100 points. You know, if you wanted to look at how many points this Praetor would be, then you're looking at 15 points for the plasma pistol and another 15 for the power sword. So 130 points, can't really go wrong with the Praetor. Okay, now if you wanted to use him as a Chaos Lord, which is open to me as well, at present he's an HQ choice, a power points cost of a 5 and a points cost of 74 points. His stat line reads movement of 6 inches, weapon skill and ballistic skill both 2+, strength and toughness of 4, 5 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 9 and a save of 3+. Is armed with a chainsword, bolt pistol, frag grenades and crack grenades. And of course may replace its bolt pistol with 1 item from the pistols, combi weapons or melee list, and you can also replace the chainsword with 1 item from the pistols or melee weapons list. It can take a jump pack, and if he does, then he gains the jump pack and fly keywords. Abilities: Death to the False Emperor, Lord of Chaos, so you can reroll hit rolls of 1 made for friendly Legion units within 6 inches of him. He's got the Sigil of Corruption, so he gets a 4+ invulnerable save, and if he has a jump pack, then he can basically deep strike. He's got jump pack assault. Keywords: Chaos, Heretic Astartes, Character, Infantry, Chaos Lord. So yeah, dual purpose, use him as a Chaos Lord or as a Praetor in Horus Heresy. Fantastic model, not too bad of a price as well for the amount of detail you're getting. One of the best looking Praetors out there, I have to say. But what do you guys think of the Word Bearers Legion Praetor? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down below. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. Death to the False Emperor.